Well, thanks everyone for joining me again today. This is your host, ID Jester. Today is March 6th, and hopefully you've been on my YouTube page in the last week or so, and I posted a message about doing a live feed of the full version of SimCity 5 or SimCity 2013 edition, whatever you want to call it. I am recording this as we are doing a live stream here on my Twitch TV account. If you don't know much about Twitch TV or any of that stuff, you can get those links from my YouTube page. And make sure you subscribe to all the social media so you can keep current. I usually try to post on my Facebook and on my Twitter account when we're doing these different kind of events. So hopefully you're able to join us for one of these live streams. Well, tonight we are hopefully going to be playing some SimCity 5, and the reason I say hopefully playing is ever since the release just yesterday, March 5th, there has been nothing but problems trying to work with SimCity. Part of the problem with SimCity is you have to be online all the time. You have to be logged into the server, you have to have an account, blah, blah, blah. But obviously, they were not prepared for mm, supporting that for their people at this point. It's been very, very bad launch so far for SimCity, unfortunately. And that's, I have a feeling that this is going to show people that doing this online all the time is probably not the way to go unless you can actually support it. The SimCity servers have been down. Actually, I had posted some videos of a city I was running the day of release, and kept getting messages that the SimCity servers are down and stuff, which wasn't actually that bad. Last night, you couldn't log in for a long time. Me and a good friend of mine tried to hook up and actually get into zones and stuff. You couldn't send friend requests, you couldn't send friend messages, you couldn't sign up with your friends, have them join your regions. They couldn't see your regions, so just all sorts of major problems with trying to communicate with their servers. Seems like their servers weren't syncing right, they weren't active. I'm not sure exactly what all their problems were, but it wasn't a very good release, which is, can be expected for a new product that's coming out and such. But the problem is the whole thing of everybody complaining about, okay, well, if you got to be online and we got to be connected to servers, then it's the company's job to make sure that you're able to log in and stay connected and everything else. If you can't stay connected, you can't communicate with your friends, you can't send friend requests, you can't do any of that stuff, then there's the whole process of having to be able to be online and operate the game. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't work right. So I can understand why there's probably a lot of pissed off people. Even tonight, up until just a little bit ago, we weren't able to get online. You weren't able to log in. You weren't able to do much of anything. Fortunately, I was able to log in just a little bit ago and got in. My friend who's working on the other region, which you can see off in the distance here. Where is it? If we zoom up, I think we can see it off in the distance. It's over this way. Nope, this way. Where is it? Should be able to see it. Oh, there's part of it down on the ground there. And no, there it is. You can see it better there. It's kind of hazy because I'm looking into the sun as the sun sets here. So he was able to actually log in, and he's going to be working on his city as well tonight. So we'll be able to hopefully check that out and see what we got going on. So, anyways, this is now that that is done, this is what we were able to get accomplished last night within the SimCity game, which was kind of cool. Right now, I just got the game on pause, so I can introduce everything and kind of show everybody what's going on. The other big complaint, sort of say, that people are having about SimCity, and even before the release, was about how little the zones are within your different regions. You might have, oh, I don't know, 2 cities, I think, is the smallest region, and it goes up to like 16 cities or so if you have the bigger regions. The problem is all of the cities within the region have the same size zones, as far as I can tell. I shouldn't say I'm 100% sure on that, but I have played several different regions. All the regions' city sizes seem to be the same size. And one of the biggest complaints about SimCity before it was even released, and part of the people talking about it that ran through the beta and stuff, was how small the zones were. And I really thought, oh, that's just not going to be that big a deal, and you're still going to be able to have plenty of area to work with and everything. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to now side with the people that were complaining about the zone size. I really was not thinking it was going to be a big deal, but you can actually see in this city that I've started working last night with my friend, our city here. You can actually see that it is basically from shoreline or box line to box line, pretty much have used every single space, inch of space that we can possibly muster. And you can see right now I'm only going with 46,000, what is this, 46,666 people. So I got less than 50,000 people in the city. Of course, I can use some of the other regions for, putting manufacturing on, which would, give me some more space within this region. But if you're working with multiple people within a region, you might only have one area that you're able to request and claim and get that area. So you might not have multiple areas to work with. And you can see, even though our city is still growing, as you can see here, some of the buildings are actually being constructed as we speak. Part of the problem is that the scale size for these cities, even though they seem bigger and larger, just aren't as big as I was hoping to be. So unfortunately, I do, I've got some of this stuff within my city, and we're going to talk about city and all that here in a little bit. I've got quite a bit jammed in here. Kind of in the front area was where all the residential was. If we zoom around here, this is where the residential was, and then the commercial, and then towards the back here was where all the industry was. And there's another message: SimCity servers are down, attempting to reconnect. So hopefully we will connect and stay connected. Like I said, we were having lots of problems earlier. The problem with this is, let me just give you a couple examples of why this zone size isn't going to be working, and hopefully they're going to adjust this. If we look at our fire department here, no, it's our fire. This is our police department. You can see that we got lots of cop cars out there, but we actually have the Maxis Manor over here. We got a police station here. We got a police station here. And I think we have another one over here somewhere. Yeah, here's another police station. So we have 4 police stations for this one little area. And the reason we have so many police stations is because, we have to have coverage for our people. The problem is you can't get some of the more upgraded buildings until you have a certain amount of people, or you've got some of your add-ons for your town hall. If we look at our town hall and we go into add-ons here, you can see that some of this Department of Financing here, we have Department of Safety, Department of Tourism, Department of Transportation, Department of Utilities, and you need to basically use some of these add-ons with your town hall before you can actually get some of the um, bigger buildings and bigger, like the police precinct. We have the police station. We don't have the police precinct, which of course, then again, it costs a lot of money for these police precincts. So yes, you would get a lot. You get 4 patrol cars, 50 jail cells, as opposed to 2 police cars and 10 jail cells. And they're going to patrol every 60 minutes. Here, it's going to patrol every 30 minutes. So obviously, the precinct is a lot better, but you need a lot more money. And like I said, some of these other um, buildings and such, you need to actually unlock. So this one here is 120,000. It's going to take a long time to get $120,000, so you can get this better capacity hospital. In the meantime, you're going to have to put out several clinics. If we look at how many clinics we have 1 clinic here that's been upgraded. We got 1 clinic here that's treating 30 people. We got another clinic down here that's treating 18 people. We got another clinic down here that's treating 11 people. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 of our clinics, which are the lower level medical care. And that all is taking up some space as well. So the reason we're talking about all this is, the space that you have within your little zone. Originally it was, okay, well, you don't need to have more than 1 clinic because you can actually upgrade them. But you can see I've upgraded ambulance bays. Here I've got a patient waiting room. I've got a patient waiting room. And still people are complaining that they weren't getting service. They needed more hospital beds. They needed all this stuff. Same thing with the fire department. I've got one here that's been upgraded. I've got another one over here that's been upgraded. I've got one back here. I haven't upgraded this one yet, but I had to place this one back here because our fire trucks couldn't get back here in time to put out the fires because they were busy putting out other fires in different. Oh, and I got another one up here. So again, I've got 4 locations that have fire stations. Excuse me. And inside these locations, multiple of them have been upgraded multiple times. You can see here I've got, what do we got here? Oop, rotate, there we go. I've got 1 extra here. And you can see that we've had 1 building burned down per day. We've had 5 or 6 fires extinguished for the day. So if you don't have multiple fire stations located around your city, you're going to have buildings burning down and such. Same thing with the police department and the clinic and education. We haven't really looked at education yet, haven't even talked about education, but you have, your grade school, which you put in here, and then once you get your grade school, you've got your high school you have to put in. Of course, the only area I could then squeeze it in, because every other inch has been filled, is way back here in the industrial zone, basically. And I've actually put on, let's see, a gymnasium, and what else did I put on here? Gymnasium, also a couple of the school bus lots, and some of the classrooms. I think I got 1, 2, 3 of those classrooms built back to back to back because I don't have enough space to actually put another high school out there. So I had to jam in as much as I could in that one little spot. So when you're talking about multiple police stations, you're talking about multiple fire stations, you're talking about multiple clinics, you're talking about multiple locations for education. You're going to need probably a mass transit building. You're going to need parks to put in to keep your people happy and upgraded. You're going to need multiple sewage. Right now I've got 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 is barely holding on to what I have within the city. I'm sorry, I have 5 of them right now. I had to place another one back here because 4 wasn't enough. I had to put in a garbage dump that has, I don't know, like 20 extra, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 extra garage trucks locations, and we're still not picking up all the garbage that we can for the day. Of course, I can upgrade this some more. Nope, I'd have to put in another one because I've reached the limit there. I've even put in a garbage incinerator. I probably could put another one in there. I don't know if that would help. We will, just because that way I can say I did it. So you're talking about multiple sewage. You're talking about normally multiple water. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 water veins. Simcity servers are down, attempting to reconnect again. We have 6 water veins that we're using just for the water within our. No, there's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 or 7 water veins that we're going to need. And of course, you can't get this extra big pumping station until you've unlocked certain things, or you need lots and lots of money. And of course, these bigger ones take a lot more money per hour, so you're going to have a really good economy before you can afford. If I get the extra pump station, I get the extra power stations, I get the extra sewage stations, I get the extra waste disposal stations, I get the extra fire stations, health stations, police stations. All these are taking up lots and lots and lots and lots of room. And of course, I have to wait until I get lots and lots of money before I can then upgrade to the next level of activity. So the police precinct, or for the fire, it would be, what's this thing here, the large fire station, $85,000. So you're going to have a really good economy before you can get that out and running and working. And it's going to then cost you $1,700 per hour just to keep this large fire station up and running every hour. So again, you're going to need to have, really good economy, lots of high wealth sims, lots of high wealth people running around inside your town before you can actually get all these upgrades. So yes, long story longer because I just keep talking about it. But the problem is these zones aren't big enough. In the beginning, like I said, I was definitely against that when I was playing through the beta. I didn't think that was going to be a problem, but you can see, just to put in my airport here, I do have a municipal airport that I put in with an extra runway there. That's just, one of those little ones for the little commuter jets and stuff. So that took up, you see that's taken up quite a bit of room there. I've got the Expo Center, which takes up quite a bit of room. And I'm thinking, their whole thing about, we have all these different zones and you can share things between zones and everything. That's a great thought, a great idea. And it does seem to be okay. I can make a zone that's just going to be the Expo Center and such. But like I said, you're not going to... Oh, that was interesting. There's a plane right there. When I rotate, yeah, okay. It's like 3D view of the plane. Oh, now I got 2 planes. That doesn't... call the FAA. That doesn't look very safe there. Anyways, I don't think... the zones are going to be workable. You can see I even have quite a few large buildings here. All my crappy little shacks have upgraded, or most of them. I got a few here and there scattered throughout, but I've got some big apartment buildings and studio apartment buildings and efficiencies and all sorts of things. And I've got almost 50,000 people within this area. So I got, it's not that all my area is taken up by little tiny houses and such. I've got, pretty well-to-do locations for all the different businesses. And I also have, definitely high-rise buildings here. You can see I got the Oxford Towers here. I got the Palms Tower. I've got right now this is vacant. What do we have over here? We have Lamascore LLC. I think that's commercial. The Brandon Lofts, so another big building that people are going to be able to move into. But when you get more people, You need to have more fire, you need to have more sewage, you need to have more water, electricity, blah, blah, blah. And what ends up happening is all you do is end up putting in more fire stations and more police stations and such. Upgrading, I've upgraded the ones I can first. Um, this one's been updated at least once here, and with some of the upgrades, some of the other fire stations have been upgraded, the police stations have been upgraded. So I've done some of the upgrading, and I understand that whole process. The problem is you're still behind the eight ball with putting these out and around. You got parks you got to put in that, you got a baseball fields, and soccer fields, and nature parks and everything. And I think it'd be interesting to see how other people are handling this. But I do definitely agree that the people that are saying these zones are now too small, I would love to see them at least twice or three times the size they are. I know a lot of people complain and post messages, refuse to get the game because of all these problems we have. Let's go ahead and take it off a pause here and at least let things roll. Before I got busy there talking, I wanted to talk about all that stuff before we had emergencies happening that I needed to take care of. Here we got here's another example here. I decided to put in the university, and look at that, have 50,000 residents. There we go. Here's some of the achievements that I've been able to complete here. Busy downtown, suburbia, population boom, my favorite mayor, bad move creeps, no child left behind, only you can prevent fires, garbage man, main attraction, Sunday, on all aboard. Let's see, secret ones, what goes up must come down, have 200 tourists arrive on flights up in the Medicinal Airport in a day to gain access to the meteor strike disaster, and burn 100 tons of garbage in an incinerator in a garbage dump to gain access to the big lizard disaster. Interesting. Okay, so I've completed some of those, but like I was saying, here's the university. You notice that cool thing about the university is you can do research projects to upgrade some of your things, but of course each of them requires a certain school of science. So if we click on this and go into edits, you notice that each one of these different things is another building. So if we wanted to plop this building down, we're going to need to have more room and destroy some of our other buildings and such, just so we can get that part of the university done. So all of these things are taking up lots and lots of space, and it's definitely keeping. Yeah, here's a precinct police station that we've upgraded, put a jail in, got extra cop cars in there. And again, we got to squeeze this in where we can, because it's just not enough room. We do have a concert in our expo center that's supposed to be taking place. It's actually should be going on right now, actually, I believe. No? Event is active. Yes, okay. So I think it should be going on right now. Hopefully it'll be over sometime soon. What's this guy wants to talk about? Versus, there's so many ways to expand. Take a look inside to edit. Alright. Ask me later, because yes, we just looked at that. Again, it's something we can upgrade to edit. And this zone here that I've been working with, you can see, like I said, there's lots of different buildings of different sizes and such. We only are losing a little bit of it over here along the water, so it's not like we're got a lot of room that we're losing because of terrain or water or anything like that. And you can see we've got just about every square inch of this sucker put in some of the areas, I haven't done anything with, because if these people upgrade, they're going to need more room. So it's not like I can put in another street down here, because if I put a street in here, then these guys won't be able to upgrade. These guys are on a large avenue, so they should at least upgrade into large businesses or whatever happened to be there. I think they're businesses. I actually put in some sculptured gardens to try and make these guys a little happier here. They don't have enough shoppers, no, and they don't have enough industry. And at this point, I don't have any room to put in more industry, so I'm kind of stuck. If I had a bigger zone, I'd be able to put in more things and be able to expand out. So that's a look at what we have going on in our city. Let's go take. Oh, there's the end of the event over there, and you can see I'm actually losing money. We're gonna look at that here in a minute. But you can see our event, our rock concert is over. They just putting out the fireworks here, checking it out. Woohoo! And that is probably going to earn us a whole bunch of money. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully, because we are actually in the process of losing money every hour. Okay. Great fireworks display. Let me know how much money I got. Life's good. Saving up money to buy a bigger house. Alright. Like to hear it. Buy a bigger house. Fit more people in. Up to 52,000. Got police going on. I did have a random event happen earlier in this city, not too long ago. Arsonist from Mystic City threatens local homes. That's not good. It's time to kill that sucker. Had a random event where a zombie left the clinic and was trying to infect other people. The police were running around trying to shoot the zombie. The zombie infected other people. So it was kind of, all in all, it was a pretty interesting little event that happened there. I know there is, under the disasters here, you can actually have, where is it? One of these suckers is the laboratory outbreak. I think this is the actual event that you can have, which is the zombie event. What's this guy want to say? Clean up your act. Reduce pollution. Okay, how are we going to do with that? That would be a good idea. That would be awesome. Alright, so we ended up getting quite a bit of money from our rock concert there. And let's look at our budget here. Right now we're losing 37,834. We're gaining 37,110. Education is our biggest expense. And I wonder if it's that university I put in that was so expensive. I hate to destroy it, but I might just do that because right now I don't really need this building. And I don't have the room, so I am going to bulldoze the university. Bam! And especially since I need to have more people. Oh, they're sad because the university went away. Get over it. Hopefully more people move in there, and hopefully our expenses will go up instead of down. That will be helpful. So yes, like I was saying earlier, actually before we go ahead and look at that, I think what I'll do is just bring this. Oh, we got an abandoned building back here. Let's take care of that first. Bulldozer. All right. Hopefully something else will move in there. It should be zoned. Okay, good. Before we look at our other player's city and take a look at what he's got going on up there, off in the distance. Oh, there it is. You can see it. There it is. You can see my city here I'm working on. Here's his city. We'll go and check it out at the start of the next episode. So I do want to thank you for joining me for the live event and also for watching this video. Be sure to watch my YouTube page for upcoming events that we'll be having. And keep track of the different games that are out there and when we'll be playing them and what we can do to get you to come on board. So hopefully this has been helpful for you so far. So stay tuned for the next episode, and thanks for watching.